Hi, I'm Dr. Joy. What is this breathing, believing, becoming about? Stay tuned for the power of spiritual artistry. Wow, I'm here today to speak about these challenging times that we're all living through. It's a lot. And I carry the weight of that for my community, as well as all human beings do. We can't escape it. So I want to tell you about a story, what I experienced when I awakened a few weeks ago. Deeply immersed with my concern for my fellow human beings, or I call them fellow earth walkers, yes. And I thought, I came up with the words, breathe, and then believe, followed by become. I didn't quite know what to do with that. That's not an experience I have regularly. But as I lay in bed, my hand would make these motions again and again about breathe and the importance of how in the times we're living in, sometimes our breath is being constricted. Or you may experience shallow breathing. Or you've experienced other physiological experience. Your tummy's tightened, your fists, your blood pressure is raised over the slightest thing. So I want this message today to really hit home for all of you listening, that breathing, while it's automatic, it doesn't mean we're breathing in a life-sustaining way. So I'd like you to just breathe with me for a few moments. Really breathe with me for a few moments. And let your chest and your whole being just get involved in the inhale and the exhale as a way of breathing in sustenance and breathing in life. And then exhale what does no longer serve you. I know it feels good to me at this point in the day, just beginning to remember that breathing deeply, taking a moment before exhaling, and how very freeing and life-giving that our breath is for all of us. You know, this too shall pass. And I think for me, breathing is going to help me get there. So another part of the breathing is to think about your shoulders. Try to begin to feel your body. And I often find that my shoulders, I get this stress back here. I don't know if you experience that, but it's because I'm so engaged in what I'm talking about or what I'm listening to. And so again, with me, think about moving your body, moving your shoulders, really taking care of yourself. Sometimes this quarantine that we're all living through, we can look at some silver linings. If you imagine that all the things and projects and maybe thinking deeply or praying deeply, we always put it off for another day. There'll be another time for that. Well, I think for me, the time is now. And I have put together some projects with my grandchildren that I could do over Zoom. So that we can keep our connectedness. And I remember to tell them to breathe as well and to engage in thought and deeper conversations. So we will get together soon, but let's all be safe with our breath. And now I want to say something about the notion of believing. I would like everyone to consider your own divinity, that there's never been anyone quite like you. And there likely will be no one like you in the future. So how are you believing in your own uniqueness, your own qualities, the things that make you who you are? Believe that you can choose at any moment your state of mind. And what I mean by that is, I like to think that every situation in life can be viewed as one of two ways: a burden or an opportunity. A burden is when you're looking out into the world and saying, well, why is this happening to me? Isn't it awful? In fact, we awfulize about a lot of things. And that doesn't go well with the breathing process I mentioned earlier either. I would like you to choose opportunities are everywhere. I like to also think of opportunities as blessings. Don't lose your blessings being stuck in a mindset that doesn't serve you or anyone else. Just consider that. What are your beliefs? What is it that you believe in? And how do your beliefs serve you in the life that you're living? And that would bring me to my third word that came to me in my sleep is becoming. Who are you becoming? I'd like to think that we're always becoming something new and that we have something to do with that by the ways in which we hear messages, by the way in which we see, what we're observing, by the words that we use. Do you ever think about what and who you were meant to be? Who you were meant to become? You know, if you're here, it's never too late. I always say, we're never too old to have a happy childhood. I'm Dr. Joy, and this is the power of spiritual artistry.